No one was truly prepared for a moment like this. A normal day, in an ordinary place. And suddenly, everything changed. He arrived quietly. No announcement, no flashing lights, no security detail. Just a man, wearing a plain t-shirt, jeans, and a black cap pulled low over his eyes. But somehow, there was something in the way he moved. Something calm, gentle, yet full of grace. A presence that couldn't be explained, only felt. And right then, it began. A small, fleeting moment that would leave everyone in silent awe. Hello, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'll take you into a story that feels almost unreal. Not about flashing stages or dazzling lights, but about something far simpler. A single, quiet moment when a modern-day prince stepped into the real world and did something no one expected. A story so simple, yet deeply moving. That day, a small supermarket in the middle of the city was calm as usual. Soft lights glowed gently, the rhythmic sound of the cash register echoed, and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee filled the air from a tiny cafe at the corner. Nothing special, until someone walked in through the automatic doors. No guards, no assistants, no cameras trailing behind. Just one man, holding a small shopping basket, walking slowly between the aisles. At first, no one recognized him. Some glanced casually, thinking he was just another customer. But a few others couldn't help feeling something was different. That aura, that effortless grace. The slight, kind smile when his eyes met someone else's. A strange calmness that somehow made everything feel warmer. He stopped by the candy aisle. His eyes scanned the shelves for a while, until he picked up a small pack of chewing gum. Such a simple action, and yet, something about it felt special. Perhaps it was the way his hands trembled slightly. Or maybe the look in his eyes, as if he was remembering something from long ago. According to a witness, the store suddenly grew quiet at that moment. As if time itself had paused, just to witness that gentle scene. A man with the aura of royalty, choosing a pack of gum in an unremarkable little store. Then, he walked to the cash register. Nothing dramatic. No one said a word. But in that brief instant, someone in line behind him finally realized who he was. The prince. The one they'd seen countless times. On screens, on magazine covers, on stages bathed in golden light. And now, he was standing right there. So close, so human, paying for his own items. Waiting patiently in line, smiling politely at the cashier. In his basket, just 3 things. A bottle of water, a soft drink, and a small pack of chewing gum. Nothing expensive, nothing extravagant, just simplicity and quiet grace. And then came the moment no one would ever forget. When the cashier handed him his small paper bag, the prince slowly opened his own bag. A designer one, instantly recognizable, worth more than most could imagine. But that wasn't what caught people's attention. It was the way he carefully reached inside, pulled out a small, plain leather wallet, and gently handed the cashier some cash, saying softly, "Thank you for working hard today." The cashier froze. Her eyes widened. She could barely speak. For a moment, the whole store fell into silence. Because somehow, everyone felt it too. That humility could shine far brighter than luxury ever could. After paying, the prince gave a small bow, smiled once more, and walked out quietly. No arrogance, no show, just calm, effortless elegance. Outside, he sat for a moment on a wooden bench near the entrance. He opened his chewing gum, unwrapped a piece, and began to chew slowly, looking up at the fading orange sky. And right there, in that stillness, he looked free. No palace, no crown, just a man, savoring a rare, quiet moment of normal life. Someone at the store captured the moment on their phone, and within hours, it spread across social media like wildfire. People couldn't believe what they were seeing. Comments flooded in. "He's so humble. I'm in awe." Even when buying gum, he still carries that royal aura. This is what true class looks like, effortless, unpretentious. One fan wrote, "Maybe this is why he's loved by so many, because deep down, he never forgets how to be human." But beyond all the admiration, there was something deeper. A quiet message hidden in that moment. That greatness isn't measured by how high you stand, but by how gently you can bow. He didn't need a crown to look noble. He didn't need a stage to shine. He was simply himself. And that was enough to make the world stop and stare. Days later, during an interview, someone finally asked him about that moment. He chuckled softly, his gaze distant, his voice calm. "I just wanted to feel normal for a day," he said. "Sometimes, something as small as buying gum can make me feel alive again." Such simple words, yet so sincere. Words that made millions reflect on what happiness truly means. Maybe, happiness doesn't always come from grand things. Maybe, it lives quietly in the smallest of moments. Like standing in line, paying for something yourself, and feeling free. That quiet act became a symbol, not of fame or wealth, but of humanity. A reminder that no matter who you are, the most beautiful thing you can show the world is humility. Someone who was there that day later wrote online, "I'll never forget the way he smiled at the cashier. It wasn't the smile of a celebrity, it was the smile of a man who genuinely cares." Those words spread across fan pages everywhere, turning into a quiet movement, a reminder that sometimes the most powerful moments come from the simplest acts. Now, whenever people talk about the prince who came down to the real world, they don't talk about fame, or status, or fashion. They talk about the warmth he left behind, the peace he carried into a room, and how he made the world fall silent with nothing more than a smile. And maybe, one day, when you're standing at a cash register, holding something small in your hand, remember this story. Because even in moments that seem ordinary, there's beauty waiting to be seen. Maybe happiness isn't somewhere far away. Maybe it's right here, in the quiet, simple things, if only we choose to see them. This is the story of a prince who came down to the real world and reminded us all that simplicity is the truest form of luxury. Because sometimes, the most precious things in life aren't about what we own, but about how gently we choose to live.